Well, folks, we're back. I am PLD. This is Lego. We are on review here on the PLD Projects Network. We have just finished watching the season finale, season 1, episode 12, Red Sky, the 2009 reboot of V. That's what we're here to cover tonight. And as a season finale, a lot of times a show will climax with something and they'll leave you with questions about trying to go into the next season. However, I don't think the questions this episode made me ask are the ones that the show would want me to ask.
Oh, you had questions. I am Martin Luther, and I'm nailing my complaints to a door. There's
just
many.
Complaints. Okay, honestly, I think I was being nice by saying questions, because the questions were definitely of the WTF variety. I'm going to get this right out of the way. I was very disappointed after last week's episode, which was our favorite of the season. Still a low bar, we knew. I kind of thought maybe I had hope maybe it would step in the right direction. At least we'd get some competent work. And we got probably one of the most incompetent episodes of the season. Some things I did like, a few things. There were 1 or 2 things I did like. That's better than Lego, I think. We'll get there. It was some of those, like, on paper kind of could have been cool, but the execution was like how we got anywhere was just awful and just left us in so much. I don't know how else to say it but that. So I'm at a loss. I'm pretty much at a loss.
Yeah, that was same.
So the pitch of the show this week basically was Anna invites Erica on board the ship to have dinner. Erica is going to use this time wisely and get rid of the soldiers. Meanwhile, Val is giving birth. Jack is having a crisis of faith. And Chad should be getting off the pot now, but he still didn't quite. But we're going to get through all these characters. And I'm slowly spitballing here. I think we should just get right to it. Let's go by storyline. Let's just go by storyline. It might be the easiest way. And then we can kind of go through and catch up anything we missed or didn't miss or what's going on. But let's get the Ryan story out of the way first.
Oh, goody.
Because we got Val out of the way. And I think this actually solves your puppy problem, because Val is pretty much like a puppy.
No. Actually, before that, with the very opening moments of the show,
okay,
we see a visitor eating a deer like a vampire.
Yes, Vampire Diaries V. V for Vampire Diaries, basically.
Oh, I was gonna go Twilight, Breaking Dawn, very specifically.
Oh, okay. Good call.
What the
soldiers
many follow-ups, but I feel like not to compare deers and dogs.
Yeah, no, right.
When we get to Jack's plot and the other older priests, their whole conversation led me to ask, what would the Pope do if there were extraterrestrials? So I Googled it. I went down a long thing. It's fine. But what it came up was this one Pope, Francis. I don't know if he's the current Pope or not. He said that he would baptize an alien because apparently, according to him, it has a soul, so it should be baptized, which led me to go, well, then why don't you baptize puppies, Catholic Church? Which makes me believe that the Catholic Church doesn't think dogs have souls, and now I'm very anti-Catholicism. That is what this episode has left me with. Actually, I had a lot of anti-Catholic rhetoric in my notes, but I'll keep that to myself to be respectful.
I'd be respectful. I will say, as a recovering Catholic myself, I can confirm that animals do not have souls in that
I have never disliked religion more.
religion.
That is horrible, horrible.
I'm going to be respectful as well and not go further, but I will.
Well, I will say that's horrible. Have you ever met a puppy?
I love puppies.
And thus I have my point. I need no
I-
further arguments. Case rests.
Okay, the case is closed. I get it. I agree. I don't. Yeah, I'm here with you on that. But the visitors are not. They are deciding to eat the deer. I guess they're trying to show us that
They
they're
didn't even eat the deer,
monsters.
though. This was literally
Part of it,
drinking
like-
his blood.
Right? Yeah, yeah. It was,
It
pretty bad.
was such a vampire-esque moment. I was.
Are we
I
trying?
feel like whoever is reading the script is not very good at translating that to visuals.
Yeah, no, I agree because and first of all, I mean, I hate to. All right, I'm gonna put this out front. I don't want to disparage anyone's looks, and I don't know if this the case is, but the actor who played this visitor, this soldier, he looks like a cartoon character. Like he has his jaw and I'm not saying like the extended jaw, not even like the special effects extended jaw type thing they try to do. Even his regular jaw, like later on they see him, it just looks like a big block. His head looks like a big block. It doesn't look like a person almost. And I feel bad saying that, but like, 'cause I don't want to disparage someone's look, but I mean, so maybe that's a good casting in a way, but it just threw me the entire time going, is that CGI or is that really is that his face? I don't know what we're doing with him anyway. I guess we're trying to make them into universal monsters. I don't know what the point is. But then, like, he goes from that to being very competent, I guess, and kidnapping Val, the pregnant Val.
Okay, now in the scene where Val's kidnapped, visually, do you think that looked okay? Just because I was like, what? Everything you're doing is wrong.
Yeah, no, it was. It was poorly shot. It was poorly lit. It was poorly. Everything about it was poor. It was just the cuts back
The
and forth.
composition, just where the camera was set, it was just bad.
It was like
so
not.
bad.
It was, and the worst part is if it went closer, it would have been better, or if it went further away, it would have been better. But the way they had it was like the worst possible way they could have put it, the camera wise. And I don't know. I'm going to be honest. Like, I don't know if this is the last time we see the doctor or not. 'Cause it feels like that was it. Lexa Doig, Friday, Jason X's own Lexa Doig is just all of a sudden down for the count, but not dead. But yet, I don't honestly think we see her again. And then why would we? Because
which is dumb because she's a visitor that we know is part of the fifth column. Like, she should be in the show.
Right. Yeah, everything about it makes all the sense in the world. We should have her be part of the crew almost in a way, if nothing else. But we don't. Instead, we get her to see her knocked down silly, and that's it. We're done. Yeah. So, an inauspicious beginning to be sure. We do know that Val is captured, brought to the mothership. Ryan does find out. Wait, does Lexa call her? Is that how they find out? I can't remember how Ryan found out.
I don't remember.
But either way,
I think she did call.
She might have called. So maybe that's when the last time we saw her or heard her. But we have Ryan deciding to storm the mothership.
It was so dumb. From beginning to every moment Ryan is on screen is some of the dumbest behavior I have ever seen written. And I watch 80s horror movies.
I watched them last night. I watched The Being last night, and that was pretty bad. I'm not gonna lie.
The weird baby.
Yeah, the weird Jackie Kong.
Jackie Kong, yeah.
The movie that somehow has 3 Academy Award winning actors in it. Just so you know, 3 of them are Academy Award winning. Okay, but I digress. That's just a weird 80s horror fact, but a horrible movie. I'm sorry, horrible movie. Actually, I put this in my letterbox note. I watched it on Prime, I think, and I used the subtitles. I'm an older man. I like subtitles. And the guy screams out Willis, and the subtitle said, "Well, ass." And I'm like, that pretty much aptly describes my viewing experience of that movie.
That is fantastic. That is absolutely fantastic. I gave it like a 2.5 stars. It was fine. I like her other films a bit more.
Blood Diner is the other one. I think that
Yes,
one I've seen before. It's been a long time since I've seen it, but I do remember liking that one. Yeah, it's humorous. I could see this one having humor. She had a little humor in this one, but it doesn't come off nearly as well. And the lead guy is like so anti-charismatic. Like if you could
yeah, I do agree with that.
I was like, oh, so I just got so bored. Even with Martin Landau, kind of.
That's how I was thinking was in it.
Yeah. And it's still
I
kind of
love Martin Landau.
I love Martin Landau. So I was like excited. I was like, oh, cool. Martin Landau's in it. Something I haven't seen. Martin Landau's in it. Cool. I'll do it. Nah, not so much. Not so much. Anyway, back
to no,
who's that?
No, was he in Night Beast? Now I can't.
Martin Landau in Night Beast?
Yeah, I'm getting confused with another alien movie.
No, he was in the other. No, I actually watched another horror movie with him recently, but it wasn't. God, what was it from the 80s? Because it was mentioned it was in my In Search of Darkness list.
Might be the movie I'm thinking of. It's not Alone in the Dark. It's not Night Beast. It's him, another guy, old famous guy.
Although I did see Alone in the Dark also recently.
It's really funny. I really enjoyed it.
Actually, Alone in the Dark, actually, I was surprised at too, because of it has a lot of good Jack Palance, like Donald Pleasance, Dwight Schultz. Like I was like, what is this? Okay. Either way, we both watched bad horror films, and yes, every moment was ridiculously stupid. Like Ryan is supposed to be a smart visitor. That's not weird. I mean, he doesn't always come across that way, but I think that's what he's supposed to be. And he's always like, you can't do this because the visitors are such badasses. And your plan, I know you're impulsive because your wife is caught, your son is caught, or your kid is caught, but your plan is to go to the healing center and demand to be taken up to the mothership. That's your plan.
And he just like walks up and says, "Tell Anna I'm here," or something to that effect. I don't recall the specific quote, but and then he just keeps walking. And it's like, what?
And it's like,
who are you?
It's because again, we never had any indication that Ryan knew Anna before. I guess we do find out that she does know who he is, but it seemed so strange to me.
Now I'm wondering, is she one of his, or is he one of her soldier eggs from a previous batch? That would at least be interesting.
I would love to see that, but I think he has his teeth all well done, so I don't think I can be, unless he's hiding them. I don't know. I agree. It felt that would be a great avenue to discuss if there was some kind of previous batch of the soldiers and then help make him her kid, I guess, also, because it seems like they're all her children now. But well, I just kind of think she has all the soldier egg children, but what is Lisa? Lisa's not a soldier, so
yeah, I'm getting very confused. I mean, I've been a little confused by that, but I just didn't feel like it was worth asking. Maybe she was a favorite. She's like, I'll grab that one and raise it.
Yes, but I almost feel like they're bred to be warriors, but Lisa was definitely not bred to be a warrior. So I don't.
It's very confusing.
Yeah.
It makes me think of the Nameks in Dragon Ball Z.
Okay.
I'm like, but if they're all Guru's kids, then why are there different types?
Right. Good point. Ryan does get up to the mothership, does reunite with Val, and it's this very awful soap opera. Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
I fast-forwarded it.
I don't blame you. You didn't miss anything. It literally was, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I love you. No, I love you.
Okay. PLD, I'm going to need you to walk that all the way the F back. I watch soap operas. They're a lot better than this. You are degrading the term soap. The genre is offended.
Well, I stand by it. I said what I said.
You were wrong.
I have watched soaps myself as well, and I likened this to a few soaps I got to see while I was working in a place with about 7 other at the time I was like 20, and they were like all a whole room of 40-year-old females, and they all watched all the soaps every
They
day.
weren't watching the right ones.
Well, maybe I don't remember what we were watching, but they were pretty. This was very soapy.
Dallas Passions. You gotta get down on Passions.
Passions. Okay. I'll put that on my never to do list probably, but okay. I have too much else to watch. I have like a 540 movie list right now. I'm still trying to get through.
Oh, PLD. That's child's play.
That's actually my first part of the project. The rest comes after that. Either way, we're digressing again. I guess it's keeping the show interesting for us. So we get the birth of the baby. And if the birth of the baby in View the Final Battle was like the water cooler moment, it was the big, like, here it is. This is a big ending. It ended the second episode of the Final Battle with the creature coming out, the twins. Oh my God. Here it was probably one of the most anticlimactic things I've ever seen.
It's like the end of Idle Hands.
Yes.
What? That's it? No, I'm good. I'm glad it's dead. It's just there's something a little more.
We got a tail wrapping around the thumb. Okay, great.
I think you mean a Mortal Kombat Annihilation-esque CGI tail wrapping around.
Yes, I was not as descriptive as you were. That is probably a better descriptive way to say it. I definitely undersold or maybe oversold it by calling it a tail. Yeah, it was pretty bad. We got Ryan getting forced to take V heroin again, and he's back off the wagon. He's now blissed again. What does that mean going forward? I don't know.
How does that? It doesn't make it.
It's some kind of mind control kind of thing. I think I don't know. She stimulates the same types of plant things in the brain that a drug would. I guess I don't know. And like I said previously, Val the puppy is killed by Anna, so Anna is a bad girl.
I wrote unmarried Val died, just like the Catholics want. And I don't know. I had a whole thing. I think I was thinking it was a really long thought bubble. It's probably like 2 pages, and I got down to that being the takeaway. So there's that.
That didn't even cross my mind, but okay.
I think I was getting really into like, wow, this is very, I don't know if this is pro-Catholic or anti-Catholic. And I was going really back and forth on it through the whole episode. It's the show's fault. That's very much part of the show. I think it's one of the only things that really is trying to be deep.
Yeah, it is. It does try to be deep that way. You're not wrong. But I don't know exactly what you're saying either half the time. And that's the problem.
Because earlier my note was, in old news, Catholics love authoritarianism.
And at the end of this episode, we still don't know anything about their plans. Anything at all.
Oh, I gave up.
I know. I'm trying to hold on, looking for it, but
this is the sweet summer child.
The finale should have at least some of the plans. We don't, and the thing is, writers, you don't have to give us all the plans.
At this point, I think it's too late.
It is pretty much. We need to know, like, well, now you need to give us all. Like, you could have done that much better across the season. You could drip drab information. You could drip drab, like, oh, they're here to do this, or give us, they're doing this. We don't know why they're doing it, but they're doing something bad. Like, they could give us something. We have gotten nothing except for killing Georgie's family, and who was a terrorist, by the way. We discovered last week that Lego was pro killing terrorist families. That's what you said last week. We can roll a tape.
That's not what I said. I said
we can roll a tape
that they killed him at that point.
I did say kill Georgie's family, and you said, and I believe the quote was, "Well, he was a terrorist."
Oh, I think I just maybe didn't hear that you said family. I thought you were talking about him as the person.
All right, you're back. Now you're backpedaling now. Okay. There. I see you're backpedaling now. I see.
No, I'm not. I really did. That's what I heard.
And you're standing by it. Okay. All right. Fine. Fine.
I have a hearing issue. Sometimes I mishear things. Come on. Cut me some
Okay.
slack.
I will cut you some slack. I will cut you some slack. Um, they kill Anna, or they kill Val. I guess that's technically a bad thing. As much as we don't like her, but she's still a bad thing. And they torture humans. So there you go. They're torturing people. That's about all the bad we've gotten. So that ended
But
the
on the
Ryan
flip
story.
side, we have Erica just explosioned a bunch of alien babies. I don't know. I think baby murder is pretty bad. Like, if we're talking crimes,
And it
like
is definitely
more like morally, I don't know. I feel like maybe that's gotta
thousands
be
of
a heavy
soldiers.
one.
It is an interesting, and I can't even call it a stretch because you're not wrong. It's a kind of, it is thousands of bred soldiers for war, so they are future soldiers. And I don't know if these babies come out as babies or they come out fully formed as. So it feels like they come out as soldiers. Like I don't think they come out as babies and like they're raised. It almost feels like they come
Yeah,
out.
but like if you're watching Rocky Horror Picture Show, Rocky is just 7 hours old. Just because he's fully formed doesn't
Mhm.
make him older than he is.
Okay, that's true, but it does make it easier to understand when somebody smacks the shit out of them, though.
I feel like we're going into a really weird merge away. Turn.
It is kind of a weird. It is a weird discussion. Well, it's kind of a weird thing. That would be the weird discussion it would be. Because technically speaking, I'll say one more thing, then I will averse away. These soldiers are born. They're days old. They're sent to battle and they're killed in war. It's a weird thing to think about, but that's the way that culture is. I don't know. I don't know.
This is all horrible. Don't they have robots yet?
I know.
Where are the
That's
robots?
right.
I want androids. That would make this show much more fun.
Roger, Roger. They would say in Star Wars. All right, so that's pretty much Ryan's story. I think there's nothing else to talk about Ryan. I think at this point, I think it's pretty much done. We leave him off going into next season. He's been blissed. He's got a kid. We don't know exactly where he stands. In fact, we don't know where the Resistance in general stands at the end of this. That's for sure. But let's move on to another. I guess we should talk about the main chunk of the story now because everything else kind of like goes off of that. It kind of veers off of that. The Hobbs stuff and the Chad stuff all kind of veer off the main storyline. So, look, you have something. I feel it.
Okay, so just about every conversation that Anna has, but specifically the one with Ryan, where it's like, Ryan, why are you even indulging in this conversation? It literally makes no sense. And then when we have Anna talking to Marcus about Erica, it seems like last week when I was saying Erica has just making it very obvious she doesn't trust Anna, but apparently Anna did not pick up on that whatsoever.
Yeah.
At all. She thinks she's got her in her pocket, I guess.
Right. And I don't know understand why.
Are the people who are writing this show,
They might
have
not
they
know.
ever talked to people? Like, are they allowed out? Do they have interactions? Are they the robots?
That's where the robots went. This is the earliest version of an AI script.
This is absolutely the earliest version of an AI script. 100%. They fed it the V scripts and then they fed it like maybe like 24 hours worth of news. Maybe like 2008 and then like go for it. And this is what we got.
This is brilliant. We didn't have to do anything. Yeah. You know what? I do guess we actually there is a storyline we can talk about before breaking into the main one. Talk about the Jack storyline. Jack's little arc he has here. It's probably like the best arc of the episode.
But he's been having this arc the entire show.
But
and it took him to this point.
Right.
Like this should have happened 5 episodes ago.
Absolutely should, but at least we get an ending. Unlike this is like the only arc that has kind of like at least an ending.
But it's also dumb and doesn't work because now he's going public and they keep going to his church as a hideout and like to have conversations, which by the way is also very dumb. They're terrible at committing crime. Absolutely horrible.
Awful.
What a trail. But then him going public and saying this and having the father guy get all mad at him about it, I'm like, you are bringing so much attention to yourself, you absolute fool.
Not only that, but this is at the end of the episode. This happens like at the very end of the episode. Erica and Hobbs are in church, and they stand up for it. Like you're basically going,
you are so bad at crime.
Like right now, you were basically going, oh, so it's these people we got to get. Okay, good to know. You're in public. These are the people we have to take out.
There could be other people, other visitors in that church.
Yeah, 100%. There absolutely would be at this point. This is one of the parts I did like, though. I'll throw it this way. It is the music for the sequence. I did enjoy the music for this by Mark.
I didn't notice it. Did not.
It was very kind of a pulsing. It was pulsing, and it was good. It kind of went back and forth over some of the other stuff that was going on. I can be sold on a crappy script if music is good enough to like kind of make it through. Music can do a lot for me.
Oh, same.
And for me, this worked a little bit for me, but yeah, again, that was it. I mean, I'm glad Jack finally said F off to the old priest, but like the way he did it so publicly was just
asinine,
stupid. Unless your plan is to like step down now and go somewhere go into hiding. That's the only thing that makes this make sense. If that's the case, I can kind of see a like explanation for it. Like that's the explanation for it. Like we're gonna say this thing, find out some people who are like us, and we're gonna go hide. Maybe not great, but at least it's better than say your piece and then still meet at the church every week to hide and make plans with the visitors.
So dumb. So dumb.
Yeah, but that was the arc. That was pretty much Jack's arc. He does have a small involvement, which we'll talk about very shortly now, because let's get into Erica and let's guess who's coming to dinner with.
She had a to-do list. Go to dinner with the new in-laws, murder babies, have a blue ball call. And I wrote it down and thought, I need to come up with a funny name for that. And then I thought, no, blue ball call is the best name for that.
Pretty much the name for it. Yep, the blue ball call. Absolutely. And let's be honest, that was, again, the blue ball is one of the worst, like most stupidest things that they had.
Every form of technology in this damn show is a ball.
Mm-hmm.
It is a
geometric shape. It's a circular, globular kind of thing. Globe like thing. Yes, absolutely. Spherical.
Spherical.
Thank you.
At this point, I'm like, where are you going?
I was getting there eventually.
Slowly but surely.
I'll get there. No, you're absolutely right. And again, it's that situation that it doesn't make sense. We had this situation a couple weeks ago. Similar type of thing. All of a sudden, Marcus is releasing more guards, so we can't be holding the blue ball. What? Why? What do a few more guards up in this? So Marcus is releasing more V police officers, and that makes it so you can't hold on to this small marble. Why?
And all of their technology looks identical. How would they even be able to tell what that is?
Absolutely. And then, of course, it happens right after they leave it. So they say, basically, we're going to call and make sure we're up to date at the same time. We've just made our plans, but we're going to confirm our plans soon. So you have to have the ball. And then they have to get rid of the ball before they confirm the plans, which leads to Jack's plan, which I just didn't understand at all.
I have no memory of this whatsoever.
So they all of a sudden couldn't get a hold of Joshua because there was no more ball. So Jack offers to talk to Chad.
Oh, that's why Chad was there.
To get a message to Joshua. But the confusion, of course, is, well, Chad's not going to do it. He's not one of us. He's basically Anna's little bitch boy. And so they're like, okay. But Jack's like, it's perfect. Don't worry about it, because we'll get the message up there. We'll write it in code. So even if Anna gets it, she won't know what it means. But yet to get it to Joshua, you still have to tell him to put it in the medical bay. So you're still going to tell Anna to leave? You're basically giving Joshua up.
Oh, they
There's
fully gave Joshua up.
and there's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. But Joshua's like making this plan out like, oh, it's a perfect plan. They're not going to, it'll get it up there and and I just kept right back. I actually rewound it a few times to see if I was understanding the plan, and I just didn't really get it.
But then also what Joshua did when he got the letter was so dumb.
Yeah. Him and his friend.
And
I
then
don't know his name.
I'm sorry, this is killing me. They keep doing this. The guards will come and arrest one person, and then they'll leave them. They'll leave the other person. They left Ryan to wander around the ship. They left Joshua in a little, I don't know, thought bubble.
Little force field bubble. That was actually when I broke. That was the moment I broke. I was like,
Oh, that was
there
not the moment
is
I broke.
no reason. Like they grabbed the guy. You would bring both Chad and the guy to see Anna at that point. It would not just be you're not going to leave. And if it's going to be anybody, it's going to be Joshua. He's far more the important guy than the guy. I can't even remember his name, even if he ever had a name, which I don't know. I don't recall either. But Joshua has to be there real quick. Joshua has to be there for plot reasons so that he can talk to Chad and talk to Lisa. Go ahead. The moment
I broke was when he was talking to Chad. That was some of the absolute worst dialogue I have ever heard. And I've watched Neil Breen films. I wrote, no, I'm having an aneurysm. What? It's so dumb. I am dumber for having seen it.
I don't, yeah, like Joshua decides to go nuts a little bit and spill beans, which is actually awesome theoretically, because God damn it, somebody should be spilling beans at this point to somebody. Because like that's been the more frustrating thing throughout the show. It's been like, oh, this has been happening when somebody's right there who could explain it, doesn't explain it. Joshua at least is trying to explain it, basically saying she's bad, she's a bad guy, she screwed you. Yes, we have the answer. You did not have an aneurysm. They gave you an aneurysm. Here, you want proof? Go check out this secret torture dungeon.
Yeah, I wrote they have an evil Sith torture hall.
Yes. Okay.
I mean, if I was gonna have a torture hall, I would have some really great interior design for it too.
Yeah. Yes. So would I.
Oh, I could change my light to red, but my phone's over there.
That's right. We'll settle for the Mace Windu version instead.
It is superior.
So all right, so Chad, let's finish up the Chad part of the story since we got to there anyway. Chad does go to the Sith dungeon, sees somebody getting poked and prodded with some spikes, and that was about it. And then, yeah, he goes to Anna, and Anna and him have this like the same conversation they've had every time. Chad trying to be a strong guy, Anna kind of bitch slapping him down, and so we still end like. I mean, I think we're supposed to think Chad has finally seen the light, but they don't end it that way. The way they end it is still very vague. Like he's like, I know you are doing stuff basically, but I'm here and you can't do this without me. And should have got off the pot, Chad. Stop with the eyebrows. It's not helping.
Well, I was gonna say he wasn't doing eyebrows so much this episode. He was doing a lot of eye emoting, which is far, far better.
True.
Thank you, Chad.
Maybe he heard your note. Maybe he heard it through time and space. He heard your note. Yeah. What did you think about the whole him and Anna talk at the end? Was it anything different for you?
No, it's the same thing that has happened in every single episode. You can't, you shouldn't, you can have repetition in episodes when your show is like, leave it to Beaver. The Beav gets in some trouble and then he tries to get himself out. He can't. He has to like ask his parents or brother for help. Okay, that's the formula. But when your show is not one episode, episodic, when we have a mythos we're trying to get through, you need to have some evolution, some arc, some building. It cannot be status quo.
And this is the time especially to do it. the season finale is the time you do that kind of stuff. Even if you do a little repetition before, you can kind of get away with it sometimes. It's not good, but it's like, okay, as long as you get somewhere by the end, by a certain amount of time. And the season finale is that time where something should have happened. And like something was there to happen. But like there should have been a far more definitive state, like Chad decides to, I am going to be on the resistance side, but I'm going to try to spy on Anna. Like make some kind of clear cut decision and make it clear to the audience. Like we're kind of left with this, like Chad doesn't like what he saw, but it didn't change the outcome of the conversations that he had with Anna. It still seems like it's the same old. So like it leaves you in this kind of confused state in a way with what he's going. I mean, whole show.
I think it's also because the entire show, all of their conversations have seemed like he's suspicious, but going along with it. And
Right.
she's kind of being purposefully, she's very careful with her wording.
Mm.
So because of that, it's hard to tell if anything's actually changed.
Yeah. That's a problem to me. That this should be clear to us at this point.
Yeah.
Something, especially in
Agreed.
the finale. That's pretty much ends Chad. Oh, Chad, I think Chad does go down and he sees Jack again, and they give each other this weird like smile, which makes no sense because Chad did still betray them to Anna, and Jack kind of knows, like Jack doesn't know that Chad's had this epiphany at all either. Like they shouldn't be going, oh, yay, good to see each other. Like, okay, I'm done with Chad for this season. Yeah, hopefully next season they will make that much more clear from the beginning. Like if he starts off in episode 1 of season 2 and he hasn't made some kind of real decision, which he probably won't, I know. But if he hasn't, then that's might be the worst failure for the show for me.
PLD?
Yeah.
Is season 2 worse than 1?
Anyway, next we're talking about actually I don't know. I don't remember anymore. I honestly don't remember at this point. All I remember from season 2 is Jane Badler, and I know you're not going to like Jane Badler, or not Jane Badler's fault. You're not going to like Jane Badler's storylines. Beyond that, I don't really remember much. I do remember the appearance of Mark Singer at the end. That's about it. That's about all I remember, honestly, from the show, 6 seasons. So, actually, there's one more thing I do remember at the end, but like, I can't honestly remember if it's good or bad. So we'll have to wait on it. Yeah. Okay. Next up, we'll talk about before we finish up with the rest of the Erica stuff, the Hobbs stuff today. Hobbs offers to get Marcus off the ship because Erica needs Marcus off the ship if she's going to be able to succeed.
I really want to walk away.
Why? I don't know why. It's like reminiscent of the episode of the 85 weekly series when Julie and Donovan were on the mothership looking for that list of his columnists, and they had to lure James away from his quarters because that was the only place in the whole 5-mile long mothership that they didn't look for the list. This is what that reminds me of. Like Marcus shouldn't have that much of a thing that him being up there would really change the story of Erica's thing. But either way,
also he shouldn't. Bob should not be able to just get him to come down.
Right, you're right, because he's the most wanted. Why? He would just send people to get you.
Yeah, like he's so much more powerful than that. It's a planning coincidence, and I really did not like it.
I mean, we did know that they have something going on. That was in the last episode when they met in that shadowy alley.
So yeah, but then when we find out what's been going on, it was stupid.
Right. That's the problem. Like, so him being able to get him off the ship at this point before we find out what's going on, I was kind of like, okay, he's got this like shadowy back room thing going on, so maybe he can, but I don't think it matters. But then, yeah, we find out that basically the visitors have used Hobbs before. And here's the thing too, like it could have been so much better if Hobbs knew it. But they played off like how they've been using him for years, and he didn't
felt
even
very
know.
Snake Plissken.
Like he didn't know they were being used. He was being
You
used
know
by
what?
visitors.
It would be way cooler if it was Snake Plissken.
Oh,
We
that would
put
be
a
cool.
poison in you. Now you got to do our bidding if you want to live.
That would make sense, and that would work. I could even like say Hobbs works for the visitors before he knows because hey, he's the man for the money, and maybe now they could have the storyline where he gets like to the point where he's like, maybe he feels guilty about it or wants to work with the resistance now for real now or something. But instead, we're left with this. You worked with us before, you'll work with us again. Oh, that's why. So you're going to basically become a double agent for us and spy on the resistance for us. Okay, that's great. Yeah, I got nothing for the Hobbs stuff. That was pretty much all Hobbs did. Yeah, and then he went to church. Went back to resistance. Went to church.
Well, I will say that they do have the conversation in a parking garage, and I felt like it should have happened at like Watergate. And they had a lot. They were using heavy Dutch angles going back and forth between Marcus and Hobbs that I actually kind of liked, but it was a bit too on the nose for me. I think in a comedy show that would have been great.
Yeah, I'm almost gonna give them credit for it and say, like, at least it did work a little bit. It worked better than their usual stuff does. Let's put it that way. It was at least was a competent attempt to work. Yeah, but it was still wasn't the best, wasn't the best at all. So, um, okay. So Erica's plan. I don't even fully understand how that is supposed to. I mean, I guess I understand how it's supposed to work, but like, it's just
No, it's nonsensical.
okay.
It's nonsensical.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong. I mean, I understand her deciding to like, all right, if she's gonna go up to the mothership, maybe she can do something. But this is kind of a big attack or a big mission to do.
I feel like maybe I forgot like how they even know this is going down with the alien babies
Oh,
and like
the
where to
soldiers.
find.
I believe Joshua told them.
Oh,
Joshua
okay.
told them during. I think when Lisa came down, Joshua said she's breeding a lot of soldiers, and because I remember Erica then told Hobbs
Oh,
and
okay. I
Ryan
think I was
about it.
laughing too hard at the scene.
Could have been. Oh yeah, the Joshua scene, the monotone scene.
I'm writing on Joshua. That's where my notes are.
There you go. There you go. Um,
But then like Lisa coming in also is dumb, and the whole explosion thing is dumb. Like everything about like the fact that they both separately had the exact same plan just pisses me off.
yeah, yeah.
Ugh.
Yeah. We do get Lisa's arc of deciding that she's going to help the resistance, or at least help Erica and help Joshua.
That conversation, the whole thing with Joshua was so
Painful.
yes.
And she
PLD.
yeah, it was the hand on the hand reaching out.
This show is
You are,
killing me.
you are so Lego. You are so brave for watching this show.
Oh my god.
Thank you, my queen.
Now,
Like,
if the show okay, I'm gonna say it. If the show ends with Lisa usurping Anna, I will give it 3 out of 5 stars.
okay, good to know. Good to know.
All right, but if any other outcome happens, 0 stars.
0 stars. Wow. Okay. Fair enough. Fair
Yeah,
enough.
I'm calling it now. Throwing it down.
We do get probably our, I was going to say biggest, but really our only real action sequence of the year. And I realized how much I missed the action sequences. Like we have a kind of firefight on the mothership.
We had a Star Wars hallway battle. But
Yeah.
it doesn't even make any sense because there's only one person and all these people are running around, but only one person has a firearm. It's so
And
dumb.
I mean, like, and I realized I'm like, that's one of the things this show is missing because, like, at least if they had a lot of like fun action beats, I could get distracted away from the shitty story a little bit. That's what a good action movie can do sometimes. Like, oh, cool, mothership. Let's have like a battle on the mothership. Yeah, be the final battle. And they had that thing when they're attacking the mothership with the red dust. That was a lot of fun watching them go off the different troops from it. This is Joshua, a medical technician with a blaster and a few security guards, and then Erica. And then Joshua telling Erica, you have to kill me. And Erica saying basically, okay, and shooting him point blank on the chest.
Okay, immediately I was like, girl, you need to do a headshot because we already saw. Didn't Tudyk have a headshot and they brought him back?
I can't remember. I remember he got split with the. I think she hit him with something. I don't know
Oh,
where she got shot. I don't know where he got shot necessarily. I can't remember where he got shot.
I don't know. I just my instant thought was, couldn't they bring him back from this? And you know what?
They effing
They
did.
do.
They effing do. You had the one real dramatic thing that happens. I mean, because I actually cared. I definitely cared much more about Joshua's loss than I did about Val's loss.
It's like when Castiel dies in season 10. It's like, girl, we've seen him die 5 times already. I ain't sad about it.
Right. That's true.
Come on.
You undercut yourself completely, and you bring Joshua back. And the way they do it, like they do it in this, like I think they're trying to be cute. Like I feel like they're trying to be cute with it because, like, he comes back to life, and it's Marcus there. And Marcus says, yo, welcome back. And he almost says it like they're supposed to maybe think that Marcus might be a fifth columnist or something. Like the way he says it.
No, I think it was more sinister.
He did. I thought it wasn't sinister at all. I came back, he was kind of like, welcome back. Like you're back to life and we're gonna help. Like, it just because it felt like it was like this almost clandestine thing. Like because he tells her that Joshua was killed, doesn't say anything about bringing him back, and all of a sudden then he does bring her back. And when he's talking to Anna, he doesn't mention anything about bringing Joshua back. Like you think you'd go, we're gonna try to do the resurrection thing again and get him back so we can figure out what's going on. He just says he got killed, and all of a sudden he's bringing him back. It could absolutely just be, and it probably is. I would say 99% is just the AI script, but I don't know. I don't know. Yeah. Either way, let's see what we got left. I think. Well, we do have the big ending. Of course, Erica and Tyler and Lisa and Anna make up.
Yeah, right after the terrorist plot against them, I guess. Which is I like the whole ending, that last conversation, like this is so out of place with what just happened. I'm speechless.
It just like nothing ever happened. And like, okay. And Erica gets her gun back to that sort of thing. All of a sudden, the explosion happens or whatever. Or not the explosion, the attack happens. And she says, she can have the gun back. Let Erica help out. She's an ally or something like that. It's like, is she? You suspect her the entire time. You've been suspecting her the whole time, and you're going to give her the gun.
I don't think she has been suspecting her.
I don't know. I feel like there's some suspecting there because of Tyler. They're trying to get Tyler aboard. I mean, maybe they're trying to win her.
No, I think they're just trying to, like, she sees this as I'm just trying to reassure this woman that Tyler should come live up here.
Okay. All right. Maybe that's the case.
Also, how old is Tyler?
High school, I think. I don't really know.
And at this point, like after that attack, I'd be like, Tyler, you're not coming to live up here. Also, Lisa, do you want to come live down there with us? It seems safer.
Mm-hmm. It's a good point. It's a very good point. It's a very, very good point. Oh God, kill me. All right. Last thing we should talk about then before we end this shortened episode, I guess. The discovery that they have that the kids are dead. And Anna has her first human emotion.
I hate that. I wrote she had a mommy breakdown.
Yes. Like when Marcus labeled it human emotion, like no.
Yeah, they've done that before, and it's so dumb.
It's not human. It's emotion, like in general, and like
Once again, I will point out, have you ever met a dog?
Right, right. I mean, it's kind of interesting, like, but, like, has nothing like this ever happened before? She's obviously lost soldier children before, but not so many at once. What's the bar? Usually, like, 5 are okay, but, like, once you get above 10, it starts becoming sad to her. Like, it seems I don't know. It feels like it's a
I did think that Marina Bakarova's performance was very good.
yeah, no, that was spot on. That was spot on for the material she was given. That's spot on,
Yeah,
absolutely.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
And I actually even like Marcus's performance during that as well, because I mean, he has the hampering of trying to be the emotionless one still, but he had this like kind of cool thing going on as he's trying to understand the emotion that he can't understand. He's trying to direct Anna, but trying to like he had a lot of things going on in his head, and trying to play that while being stoic is a hard sell, and I think he
Yeah,
did a
I
good job
I
with it.
don't know if he pulled it off. I got a lot of mixed feelings about Mark well, not mixed feelings. I got a lot of mixed understandings about
Okay.
Marcus. Like, there's times where I'm like, maybe no, well, no, but possibly no. I don't know. He's not a blank piece of paper. You
No,
know
yeah,
what's unfortunate? Because I feel like Joshua, the actor, was the best at doing emotionless,
yeah, no, you're right. You're right.
and
I
he's the
think
one
Josh
who
was the best.
shouldn't.
Right, because he's not yeah. I did, but I bought Marcus at the end. I did. I don't always buy Marcus. That's why I just want to make that specifically clear.
I
His
thought it
performance with
funny that
Marina.
Lisa kinda has this evil smile, like she's the villain when
Yeah.
all her moms technically her siblings have been killed, and I wrote, "Lisa, when she downloaded Emotions, she got petty.exe."
She definitely got that side of things, absolutely. Well, you know what? She got slashed and her legs broken on mommy's orders, so he's his little payback's a bitch, mommy dearest.
No more hats! But this whole
Yeah.
thing, it like, there's an earlier part when she's talking to Ryan and essentially or no, she's talking to Marcus about Ryan, where she's making it sound like love is evil. I'm like, guys, and that's what this whole thing is. It's like, and that's shouldn't be the plot to a live action television show for
No,
adults. That's the plot to a Care Bears movie.
100%. That's exactly and I had
Possibly
the
My
same
Little
thing.
Pony. I don't know. I never watched that one.
I actually wrote that down too. It's not even like that it was like evil, it's like their weakness. We have to study love. Why do you have to study it? Like, there's nothing to study. Like, it's not like that kind of. It's not quantitative like that. Like, but it's also like, is it because it's not quantitative that them studying it's supposed to be this like air? It doesn't feel like that's the case either. It feels just like It feels like an AI script. It feels like
I
Anna
feel
is
like this
AI.
is AI. It's
Yeah.
the AI thinking itself. Like, so wait, in these TV shows, people have this emotion thing going on.
Yeah.
Hmm. At
Um,
this point, I'm still not convinced they're fully the bad guys. I don't know. Let the bees take over.
Val is the puppy. Val was the puppy, and they killed Val. There goes your puppy test right there.
It's not a puppy. The closest thing we got to deer.
Val is pretty close to a puppy, and the stats is as important as like any other puppy in the show, pretty much.
PLD. You're talking down to dogs,
I know I am actually. That's bad. That's pretty
and
bad.
that's not very nice.
Okay. Last bit. Then after Anna finds out what's going on, she has her good performance, her powerful the whatever. She decides to implement the Red Sky Initiative or something, whatever that is, and we don't know what it is. Marcus doesn't want to do it because she thinks Anna's being impulsive and she's going too fast. And Anna wants some vengeance, so she's going to do it. And she kind of presses a button, and all of a sudden, basically releases the your favorite red dust, the cookie batter, basically, pretty
Well, I
much.
was gonna say because specifically they showed LA, and I feel like I've seen LA look like that before.
You're not wrong. A little smog and stuff,
Uh,
100%.
they made the sky red. I had a very vivid dream once that I walked outside and the sky was a lava lamp.
Interesting.
And it looked
Interesting.
kind of like this.
All
It
right.
had the kind of like whooshy bit that
Yeah.
doesn't mix in with the like
The
oily
whole,
part.
yep. It's like that. Yeah.
And then it said it was all the same color though. It was all red.
Oh, okay. Okay. So that's how we're left off. That's our cliffhanger because we
But
don't
we don't like know what that means. It
know
just
what's
looks
happening.
pretty if I'm being honest.
It looks
And
kind
it
of
makes me
cool.
think, oh, there's a fire nearby. I should probably evacuate.
Yeah, it looks cool. Um, it looks like it's exciting. But they try to make it ominous by having all the characters see it and go, and that's their big ominous cliffhanger finale. So yeah, that's where we are. That's where we leave off. So yeah. Any last words, Lego?
2 thumbs down.
2 thumbs down. Let me ask you, did you have any hope at all after last week's episode that we could have had at least whatchamacallit, a competent finale, maybe?
No.
Okay. All right.
This show inspires no hope.
No hope at all. Okay. Well, it's a good thing. We have a whole next season to look forward to perhaps get some of that hope.
There's a meme and it says, "I'm taking my glasses off. I've seen too much."
That's this case.
And that's how I feel.
Well, the good news for you is there's only 10 episodes in the second season instead of 12. So we are 10 episodes away from finishing it. You do get to see Jane Badler again.
I was hoping she'd show up in the finale, and that might have been an additional level of disappointment I had.
Yeah, I get that. I totally get that. Yeah, I think that's all I can say. We have Red Rain is the next episode we're going to be watching here on reView. But that's where we're going to end tonight's show. Lego, where can the folks find you?
I can be found at Lego Rants on YouTube or under the Unhinged Binge on YouTube, Spotify, and Instagram. I just made a 2-hour video on the evolution of the slasher film that is very long.
I like it. I'm going to check that out for sure. You can find me at here all over this channel. This is the PLD channel, PLD Projects. And you can find me. I have my little schedule I made up. There we go. We're sticking to it so far. I mean, this is what we got. We got review today. Episode is review 1 times 12, which is the 8th, which means you already saw a review and Holy Snokes and a Big Blue Box yesterday. Hopefully, as DJ and I recorded it, right? Doctor Who Christmas special. And we got Nightmare on Elm Street 5 coming up on 2 Meter White Dudes on Films, as well as Freddy's Dead: The Final Nightmare. We have Class Action Live, Empire Strikes Back versus Dune 2. That's going to be a fun one to debate. We have a couple of Crown Jewels, as always, and a couple of Holy Snokes, of course, Star Wars every week. We're going to finish up Skeleton Crew. And as you can see, we have 2 more reviews this month. We're going for a 4-episode of review in January. That's one way to get us through season 2 quickly, or more quickly, or what do you want to say? I don't know. But that's where we are. Find me on the blue sky. Like, subscribe, patreon.com/PLD Project. You can get these episodes earlier. And I want to decide how we're going to do everything else. What's next after we get through season 2? Some options we have for sure. But yeah, that'll do it for this week. Much love, everybody. I'm so glad we have loyal fans who will stick around through it all. They at least love us talking about it. So give you that. Take care.